Hey there, notary family. This is Jamil from JM Notary Services. Happy Wednesday. I'm leaving another video. I will be driving while I'm leaving this video, so I'm going to be multitasking but being safe at the same time, okay? So I just thought of a little tip today that I wanted to leave. If this resonates with you, great. Hopefully you get some nuggets out of the information that I give in these videos. This is in regards to out-of-state acknowledgments or out-of-state documents when it comes to loan signing. So and again, whenever I leave these videos, it is based on my own experiences. All right, so I did a signing a few days back, and it was for a property in Texas. All right, this person was refinancing their property in Texas, in the state of Texas. On the deed of trust, I did not add a California acknowledgement. I signed the Texas acknowledgement as a notary with my stamp. All right, I got a email back from the signing service that appointed me for this signing, and according to this scheduler, I am to it. Well, actually, let me go back a little bit. The escrow assistant from this Texas lending company contacted the signing services and said I needed to attach a California jurat, which I thought was a little bit off. All right. So I remember my training as much as possible, and I know when you are doing a refinance or a purchase for an out-of-state property and a deed of trust or a grant deed is in the loan documents, you sign off with that. You sign as a notary for the certificate that's provided you from that property that's going to be out of state. All right, so for instance, this property again was in Texas. There was a Texas acknowledgement with all the verbiage for this property, and I identified, the signer and verified his ID, and I signed off on the Texas certificate. Now, I did a little bit of research before I contacted the signing service, and what did I do? I called the NNA. I called the National Notary Association, and I explained to them, listen, I'm doing a refinance for a property that's in Texas, and on the grant deed, it's Texas verbiage with the state of Texas and the county. And I asked her, I said, am I to attach my own California acknowledgement to this or sign the Texas acknowledgement? I was told by the representative, you sign the Texas acknowledgement because this property will be filed in the state of Texas. I already knew this information, but I always want to make double sure that I have all my T's crossed and my I's dotted. All right. So I kind of figured that, and she said the only way that you would add the California if it was like a jurat. All right. So again, to recap, when you are doing out-of-state properties, refinances, purchases, you sign as a notary on that out-of-state document. You can do that. That's allowed. All right. If you cross out that information and you add the state of California's acknowledgement, it's going to get kicked back. Why? Because they cannot file it in the state of Texas when a notary has signed off on the grant deed with California verbiage. This is a Texas property. All right. So again, sometimes you'll come in contact with people from signing agencies or signing services who are schedulers, but they're not notaries. So they're not familiar with the laws. They're not familiar with, everything that has to do with being a California notary. All right. These signing services are assigning, sometimes when you sign up for these signing services, and this was a big time signing service that I'll just say that you have to apply on the first of every month to get considered to be underneath this signing agency. Okay. So it's a pretty popular signing agency. And sometimes when people schedule the scheduler, they're out of state. They're in another state, and they're finding people within the area, or they do a blast, and it's first come, first serve. So the people who are scheduling these appointments don't necessarily live in the state of California and don't necessarily know the California notary laws. All right, so make sure that you read your primer from cover to cover, and you are a great notary first before you're a great loan signing agent. You have to be very familiar with being a notary first. All right, when you do that, it helps in the long run to avoid you from being sued and that sort of deal. Okay, so I just thought I would leave that information today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I love to leave these videos whenever I have a moment, and I try to leave them on Wednesdays. So far, so good. You guys have a great day. Make it a good one. All right. Peace and blessings.